Hi, so I'm here with Yasmin, India and Shamin, three of DMU's own fashion designers, and they're in third year. And all three of their designs are going to be showcased on the catwalk later on. So how are you all feeling about your designs being showcased today?
A little bit nervous. Our stuff doesn't usually get shown publicly like this. It's usually just the tutors that see our stuff. So for us, yeah, it is a little bit nervous. It's the first time the public are going to actually see our stuff.
Yeah.
It is exciting. Yeah, it's for a good cause, so yeah.
Yeah, that's good, because obviously you sometimes don't have the opportunity to show them outside of India.
Yeah.
How are you two feeling?
Alright, it's a really good opportunity to have other people see it, because the only critique we get is from our tutors and the other years, so it's nice that the public are going to be able to see it and we can get feedback from them, which will hopefully improve our work and just give us a really good confidence boost.
Yeah, great.
So it'll be great, yeah.
Good. And you, Shamin?
Yeah, I'm excited actually, but at the same time I'm nervous. Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for the public to look at our work and yeah.
That's good. So what inspired you three to get involved today?
Well, I think it's a personal thing for me, because obviously, cancer for me, and not just only me in this room, has affected quite a few of us. So it's something that I can give back to, because I know what it's like. So for me, that's how I feel about it personally. So yeah.
And you, India?
I mean, my mum had cancer when I was little, so it's a really personal cause for me, and I think that, fashion can sometimes be seen as quite a vapid industry, and it's really good that we're able to give back through something that we all love doing. So yeah, I think it's a really great cause to be part of.
Good. And you, Charlie?
Yeah, I think it's mainly because it's based on cancer charity events, so that's why I'm taking part, and just to help out.
That's great, and sorry to hear that's all affected all three of you, but it's your chance now to obviously give back to help people in the future. So what's your biggest inspiration for your designs that will feature in the catwalk today?
Well, my collection's based on cultural inspirations. As a designer, I look at culture and events around me, so I base my work around that and sort of manipulate that really. So mine's quite cultural. So yeah.
And yours, India?
My inspiration, one of my inspirations comes from the 1920s art movement called Bauhaus, which is a really influential art movement for me. And then my other collection is based on surfing and skateboarding. It's what my brothers do, and it's what I've grown up doing. So it's it's just part of my life, but it's a really fun thing to go to design from.
You two are very contrasting, and your designs are contrasting as well. How is it sort of having two contrasting ideas? I suppose on your course, you're sort of supposed to do unfamiliar things that you probably wouldn't really think about doing.
At DMU, they push us to think outside the box.
Yeah.
For us, we're not commercial designers.
No.
They don't bring us up like that. We're more influenced by art and fashion, but they get us to think about things and sort of, through our clothes, explore what we believe in.
Yeah.
So we look at different things from culture, skiing, anything that influences us in our work, and I think that's what makes DMU stand out on our fashion design course, is our individuality and our creativity. So yeah.
That's great. And what's your biggest inspiration for your designs?
Mine's based on culture, like Hindu gods, and I specialise in prints, so my prints are pretty wacky and out there. So yeah.
So it's good to get three very different designers together to showcase your work. Next question. If you could go on a night out with someone from the fashion industry, who would it be and why?
Oh God.
So you on the spot a little bit.
Wow. Okay. I don't actually know. Who would I want to go out with? I bet you know. I don't actually know.
Mine would be Vivienne Westwood.
Oh yeah.
She's crazy. She seems like she's got a crazy personality. So yeah.
And you, India?
Grace Coddington, she's the chief fashion editor at American Vogue. She's the only one who can tell Anna Wintour to shut the fuck up.
I'm sure we all want to do that.
Yeah, and she is actually a close personal friend of another family friend. So
I thought you were going to say close personal with you. That was like, don't need contacts.
She's a really awesome person. Like she suffered she had a crash. She used to be a model. And it really disfigured her, but she's still made a really good career within the fashion industry, which is all about image, and so she's kind of shown that it doesn't have to be all about image, and she's like an amazing person.
That's great. What's your three biggest inspiration / icon?
As in designers.
Designers.
Well, the Queen.
Yeah.
Vivienne Westwood. Combs the Garçon. And the Moonmeister. For me, anyway.
Yeah. And you, India?
Celine, Max Mara, Raf Simons, Jill Sander, like all that kind of 90s minimalism sort of stuff. Yeah.
Quite different again.
Yeah.
Mine would be Peter Pilotto, Vivienne Westwood, Y3. Yeah.
Okay, good. So how would you describe your own personal style, and how does it influence your designs in general?
I'm quite avant-garde, that's how you say it. I'm not commercial. I fit to a more art background. My stuff is more artistic. So for me, it's more artistic than anything else, not really commercial. So that's...
And you, India?
I mean, my personal style doesn't really influence what I design at all. Like, my personal style comes from what I do outside of fashion. I'm really into vintage.
For example?
I think so. I'm outside of fashion. I'm a burlesque dancer.
Wow.
So when I'm in uni doing fashion, I tend to just wear jeans and t-shirt. But when I'm out, I do this, spend ages getting ready and things like that.
Your hair is very sort of 1950s. I love your dress. And you look great. It's
Thank
very
you.
versatile. I suppose that sort of fits in like 1920s theme as well.
Yeah, but I mean, I take it kind of like a more minimalism route, whereas everything else I do is really over the top and sparkly.
Yeah.
But my fashion really isn't. So.
Yeah. And you, Shamin?
I go more down like the tailored route, like a tailored look with like a sports edge to it. Like I want my clothes to have a bit of swag as well. So yeah.
Cool. That's great. And what advice would you give to first and second year fashion design students?
Work hard.
Just be organised, really.
Go to the library.
Just constantly work this day and night. That's all.
Like don't give up. There's so many times where we've all wanted to go home and cry, but it's not worth it, and you'll get there in the end.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Take criticism as a good thing, not a bad thing.
They even push us to our potential, so we work to our potential. Really.
Yeah, you might think that they're there to kick us down and make us feel awful, but actually they're there to spur us on. So it's really good.
That's great. So out of all the projects that the teachers at DMU have got you to do, which has been your most enjoyable so far?
The denim project. The denim project!
What did that entail?
We were given a designer to look at, so for me, it was a group project as well. So for me, I got Anne Moonmeister, who's a Belgian designer, Antwerp, and we had to look at her research her collections, and altogether we had to design 2 outfits.
Yeah.
And for me, I work really well in a group, so that was really successful for me, and I really enjoyed working with others. So it was really successful.
That's an important quality to have in the fashion industry as well.
Yeah.
Working with people.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. And you, India?
My favourite project we've done so far is we did a tailoring project. I've been here in second year, and I'm showing my coat that I made, and I got to explore Bauhaus and minimalism to a really great extent, and I really enjoyed doing that and like playing with like fabrics that I wouldn't have normally used. So it's probably my most successful project to date.
That's great. And you?
Mine would be the denim project as well.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that you work in groups and you bounce off each other's ideas. So yeah.
So, what did you have to do with the denim? Did you have to make anything denim?
Everything.
Used denim.
Yeah, everything had to be denim. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
great.
Basically, we were forced to use denim just to explore, think outside of the box, how to make fabrics look like something else, not denim.
Yeah.
So it showed us, for example, as designers, where we probably work in industry. It sort of like showed us, would we go for print, would we work in high end, would we be commercial?
Yeah.
So for me, that's how I found out where I'd fit in the market. As I said, I'm not commercial, so that's how I found out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's great. And penultimate question. Not actually asked the last question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time / after you graduate? Slash again. What's your biggest dream?
First of all, to get a job. Obviously to get a job, but hopefully to start having my own business on the side. Ideally, I'd like to work for myself in the future, but that will take some time. So
Having your own label.
Yeah.
How about you, India?
Yeah, ultimately I'd quite like to have my own label. I don't really have grand designs to go to graduate fashion, not graduate fashion, but fashion week and things like that. I want to just make beautiful clothes that make other people happy. So.
Great. And you, Shamin?
I'd love to go into the print route, maybe become a freelance print designer for any company really. See what there is out there.
That's great. I think that's everything. Thank you for taking time out of a busy day to come and chat with me. I will look forward to seeing your designs look at what later.